Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and do a reading now for Saturn retrograde themes and what to expect. So Saturn just went retrograde 2 days ago on Monday, April 29th, and will be retrograde until December 2020. So quite a bit of time there. It is now in retrograde along with Jupiter and Pluto. Pluto went retrograde last week, Jupiter the week before that. So they are working together. And I did a video about Jupiter retrograde and Pluto retrograde on my YouTube, so go ahead and check those out. I also wrote a post about Saturn retrograde themes on my Instagram if you follow me there at White Wolf Mystic. So let's go ahead and get a theme for the Saturn retrograde. And so let's go ahead and get an animal spirit card. I always like to start with the animal spirit cards. I'm a huge animal lover myself. I have two amazing power animals that I work with on a regular basis, and I will do a post about that at some point. Saturn retrograde energy. Yeah, a lot of healing vibes here. Okay, time to heal. So this is definitely the theme that I've picked up with Jupiter retrograde and Pluto. Pluto in particular is very healing. Jupiter retrograde is more about removing our barriers to joy. Saturn retrograde looks like it's about healing as well. I just noticed the numbers here are 55. I have been seeing fives like crazy the last few weeks. So I don't think this is just the fact that this showed up in this video. It's not just for me, it's for everyone as well. So if you are noticing that you're seeing fives, pay close attention. I think that the whole planet is going through a massive shift in consciousness right now. A lot of the things that are happening are to wake people up, because fives are all about change, right? If we're looking at numerology in terms of, from 1 to 10 or 1 to 9 being like the completion of a cycle, 5 is kind of in the middle, which means transformation. It is the butterfly in the cocoon right before metamorphosis. So fives, pay attention and see if you see fives in your life right now, because big changes are happening. So let me just pull some cards. Okay, 10 of Swords in reverse. This is about letting go. This is about, letting go of things that are no longer serving us. This could be resentments, bitterness towards past relationships, people in our lives who have hurt us. This is about, most of the work has already been done, because if it's, 10 upright, this is like a spiritual or symbolic death, so to speak. That's usually when we are exiting one phase, entering a new one, right? Entering the rebirth. But in reverse, it's more about we've kind of already done that work. It's just a matter of the final release, final letting go of whatever needs to be let go of. Healing. 6 of Wands in reverse. So this is about taking the time to really celebrate how far you've come. Oftentimes we're so focused on productivity, on go, 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 on being successful, on having the outward appearance of everything being, great, that we don't take the time to really celebrate our victories. We don't celebrate how far we've come, and not just the trophies and awards and accolades that we love to show off to people to show our worth, right? Our ego loves to do that. But, a victory is also working through really hard stuff, overcoming trauma, recognizing your triggers and acknowledging them, owning up to your weaknesses and being willing to work through them, right? They don't look pretty. They don't even look very obvious on the outside, but that is really important work, especially during these retrograde periods. So taking the time to really celebrate how far you've come, what you've been through, and just celebrate yourself, really is what I'm getting with that. Gratitude. Okay. All these cards in reverse. Doesn't surprise me, being that it's a retrograde reading. Page of Wands in reverse. So this is building our inner confidence, building our assertiveness, our belief in our own desires, and being willing to go for them. So in my post about Saturn retrograde, the kind of message I have been picking up is that Saturn retrograde is trying to teach us to be in the present moment, to kind of get out of our head and get out of the over analyzing and just be in the present moment, because the only place you can ever accomplish anything, the only place where you can be truly powerful is in the present moment. Why? Because the present moment is the only moment that exists. Anything that is in the past is just a memory. Anything that you are envisioning or fantasizing about in the future, it's just that, a fantasy. It doesn't mean that you don't ever think about the future, because obviously we have to work towards things, but the future is really about having a vision, just having a vision in your mind of where you want to go and what you want to accomplish, and then surrendering it and taking those actions, taking those steps. But you can only take those steps in the present moment. If we obsess over the future and how we want it to look like, it's a losing battle, because there are external forces that are always at work that are out of our control. So having the inner confidence to do what feels right, what feels good in the moment, and enough of those moments in sequence will get you to the future that you want. So focusing on your joy as well is a theme with Jupiter retrograde, and I'm seeing that repeated here. You can't focus on your joy if you're living in the past. You can't focus on your joy if you're living in the future. The only place you can feel joy is in the present. And the beautiful thing about that, sorry, I'm taking forever on this card, y'all. The thing about that is, if you are fully present and savoring this moment, you don't even have to be doing anything. You don't even have to be doing anything really fun or sensational or adventurous. You know, surrendering to the present moment and just observing nature around you, watching your pets, you know, savoring the oxygen entering your lungs, you can feel immense amounts of joy in the here and now without having to have some kind of standard met or expectation fulfilled. So let me get another one. The Hermit in reverse. So reflection. And I want to do a caveat with this, because there is a difference between reflection and overanalysis. So this is, for me, what works for me when I'm doing reflection is journaling. So whatever feelings or emotions I'm going through, I'll write them all out in my journal. And that way I am being present with them. I may be working through things that are in the past, but I'm not mulling them over. I'm not chewing them over. I'm writing them down, and I'm confronting them, and I'm releasing them. So this is what I'm getting with this card, is reflection. Reflection is really important. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, Saturn. Saturn is the planet of structure and rules and discipline. He helps us with our work habits, our eating habits. You know, he's just all about discipline. And when he's internally focused, it's all about mental discipline, clearing out the clutter in your mind. So this is, reflection is a big one. And I'm going to get one last card to close this out. Woo! Three of Cups, joy. Yeah, this is really the theme of all three of these planets. They're just working a little bit differently in each of our lives, but joy. Focusing on your joy, focusing on your friendships, family, the people that bring you to life. Again, just being in the present moment, because that's all you have. Don't take what you have for granted. Don't take the people in your life for granted. Saturn is very much, you know, retrograde right now. Is just getting us to focus on our mind, our expectations, being in the present moment, and not allowing our mind to rob us of that, because our ego loves to rob us of the present moment by focusing on future and past scenarios, okay? So that is Saturn retrograde. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you would like to book a reading, visit my website, whitewolfmystic.com, and you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.